Welcome to Washington, D.C. My name is Kayin. If you'd like to hear more of my story, come follow me to school. I'm 22 years old and I'm an actor. I study at the National Conservatory of Dramatic Arts. I remember being in high school when like you're hearing all the announcements on like such and such is going to this college, and like you're like just sitting back like, man, like what am I going to do after high school? I'm in theater club, I'm in film club, and people were like telling me, you should keep this up, you're pretty good. Like, don't give up on that. That's what I did, and here I am today. I study at the National Conservatory of Dramatic Arts. This is my third year, and this is the final year actually, and right now I'm looking at jobs across the city, and especially back home in Atlanta. It's my why. It's the reason why I get up every morning and just go hard at something that I love doing. And one thing that I want to do in theater is really bring stories and like people that don't have any voices to the forefront. And that's something that I try to push in my everyday work in school, whether it's I'm acting in the city with different creators. It's always something I'm thinking about. They said I was pretty physical growing up, so they put me in sports like football, basketball, baseball. And also, this is kind of like foreshadowing, my mom, she put me in acting school when I was like a little kid. She put me in it because I was shy. My mom, she wanted to be a fashion designer, but she took IT instead. And yeah, she met my dad at the same college, Coppin State University. Yeah, they only had me, they didn't want any more children. My mom and dad got divorced when I was 11 years old, and it was a tough time because me and her moved to Hawaii, and my dad stayed in Atlanta, and we were very lonely. I looked forward to other mediums, whether it was sports, whether it's robotics club. I tried to find anything that to express myself through that time. And one thing I found was acting. And that's something I started like wanted to do around that time. And my mom, she was very supportive of me of trying that out. And so when we got back to mainland, she signed me up for a few acting classes. And yeah, it's been a journey. So I thank her for helping me out through that process. So yeah, thank you, Mom. I'd say as a little kid, when I was like growing up, my dad used to like take me with him to like movies, and like sometimes when I was supposed to be asleep in bed, he would like, wake me up and like we would watch like TV shows together, whether it's like The Wire, The Sopranos. Yeah, he's always been, I could say he's been always there for me when it comes to film and acting, so yeah. It's very tough experiencing that. Like, it was a nasty divorce. It was very tough getting through that time in my life. And not to like be a Debbie Downer, they're like much worse things, but it's something that that really molded me to who I am today. And I don't think, this might sound horrible, but I don't think I am the person I am today without their divorce. easygoing, I would say. It didn't really get tough until like my parents got divorced, and that's when like school became almost like on the back burner because I was like heartbroken. I didn't even focus on school. I was kind of like going down the wrong path. Just getting into like trouble in school, fights, just like talking back to the teachers and just being disruptive in my classrooms and at home. I don't want to like blame it on a divorce, but it was around the same time. And me and my mom moved to Hawaii after my dad and my mom got divorced. Hawaii, it was very, I'd say eye-opening. You get to see like how other people live. I know it's the United States, but it's a totally different culture, and you get to see how different cultures react with each other, whether it's Japanese, Polynesian, Hawaiian, Portuguese. You know, they all treated each other like a family atmosphere, and they embraced me. I don't think I'm here to tell you the story if it wasn't for Hawaii, so it's always a place that I keep close to me in heart. Yeah, at first when I moved there, I didn't know how people would accept me because I was probably like I was a minority in Hawaii, so they opened me with open arms. You know, I used to go to community events and gatherings, and you know, they accepted me and my mom with open arms. And one thing that I learned in Hawaii was sharing. Like, that's the most important thing I learned from there, that everybody shares everything. It was like the first day of acting school, and I come in and I'm very like to myself when I always like walk into a building. Like, I'm just like very like shy, I guess you could say, and I was just like to myself, and I was in the computer lab while everyone else was in the waiting room. So when it was time to like interact with each other, one of the first people to walk up to me was Catherine, and she introduced herself, and we just got along just like right there. We had a class together. She was in my class for acting school, and I remember one day she just brought up her being a Baha'i, and I took it upon myself to do some research on my own when I got home. She was doing a fast at that time, and she told me about like what it was like fasting in acting school and like not drinking water, and I was like, man, that's crazy. And like I did my research on like the fast of being a Baha'i, the Baha'i fast, and I remember just going home doing my research and just like what it is to be a Baha'i and what it's like, and I remember coming back and it was like, wow, that's impressive. You know, I wanted to get connected to the people who were in the religion, and she connected me to Nicole Best at first, and then I met Nicole Best through Nicole and Best I met Nika, and that's how everything got connected. And well, at the time we were in COVID, we were in quarantine. And so just having conversations with these people, and just talking about like how we perceive the earth and how we view the earth and our faith and our spiritual journeys. They wanted me to join the summer camp, and I was delighted to join. And that's where I met a lot of Baha'i youth. and really get to experience different perspectives of everyone's life on this planet. So yeah, it really opened my mind and broadened my horizon on different perspectives on life. And so yeah, I thank Catherine and the National Conservatory of Dramatic Arts. So yeah, thank you. Everyone is going through the same thing you're going through, no matter what race, no matter what age, no matter situation, we're all going through the same thing, and that's something that I took from the camp, and it really gave me the real life experience of the world we live in today. And I think the Baha'i faith really displays like the real life that we live in. Consultation is something that everyone bring their best ideas and we discuss and see who's right, and we come up with an answer. And I think that's one of the best things or sometimes we don't come up with an answer. So it's one of those things where like you get to learn, and it's a very underrated topic that we should discuss more. Me growing, I could see the growth in me inside of a person and what I was going through, and then I could see the changes, and that was something that I liked, and it just made sense. There was really much thought into it. I could see the things and the people I was meeting, and they're great people, and it just made sense, and it was a no-brainer at that point. I think it hit me when I did my research on the Baha'i faith, and that there was a religion out there that believed in the same thing that I believed in, but also that got out here and touched the communities that we live in, and the communities all around the world. And that's something that I want to do with my acting career, is just like get out and touch the people and just like really inspire each other. And I think there's no religion like Baha'i religion. Me, Nika, Hashman, and Sophia, we started our own devotional group. And we started having conversations about like, what are the things that our age group go through, and what are some things that we can discuss and bring light to. And so we started our own devotional, and that's when we started talking about topics that we go through as a youth, and whether it's like false dichotomies, racial justice, life after death. These are things that we just discussed and that we wanted to bring to our friends and to the forefront. And so we just like started having our own devotionals on Thursdays, and it's been growing ever since, so yeah. I remember the day I became a Baha'i. It was me, Nika, Sophia. We all met in a park in Cathedral Heights, and we had a picnic. And I remember we were just like having like devotional. We had our own devotional. I asked him to bring the paper because I wanted to become a Baha'i, and we read some things, some Baha'i quotes, and they sworn me in. I signed the little paper, and we said a couple prayers, and that was that. It was a lovely day, and I always thank them for that. Trying to expand my spiritual beliefs, and I think the Baha'i faith really presented itself to me in a way that I never experienced religion and spirituality in a way, and I wanted to embark on that journey a little bit more, and I think the Baha'i faith was the right decision to go with. Nika and Hushman were like telling me like, you gotta tell your parents, and I was just like, I was shy. I was scared, and I remember just tell them I think they'll understand. And we had a devotional about that conversation, and I remember just like terrified. And I remember I just told him one day, and I was like, Mom, I've been like on this spiritual journey, and I've been doing Ruhi camps with Baha'is, and I told her I became a Baha'i, and she was just like, wow, I'm with you 100%, whatever route you go. And same thing for my dad, and you know, they always have my back, and I'm thankful for that. Not everyone has that experience. Let deeds, not words, be your adorning. That's a quote that really stuck with me. And that's something I try to live by every day. Whether it's in my relationships, my friendships, and just everyday people. Just let my actions do the speaking. I don't really have to say much. And being a Baha'i made me learn that it's okay to be detached from, whether it's being detached from the things that seem important in this life, but what's really not important, whether it's materialism, just like the things that society tries to tell you that's important, but that it's really not. And it shows me that we don't have that much time on earth, and that it's really up to us to really make a change. And that's something that that really hit me. And I just want to make my mark impactful for this earth and for the next generation to come. And I'm just excited to just get on a roll. Yeah. Just being there with kids that believe in the same thing that you believe in, and it kind of gave me hope in the world that we live in, that we're in good hands in the future. One thing that I learned this past year is that life is short, and that we only have one life, and that's to do what you love and love who you love and be fearless. No, nothing can stop you in this world. The world is your oyster. The world is yours. Enjoy. It doesn't matter what happened in the past. As long as you keep searching, the answer will come to you like the wind and the breeze.